Hi and welcome back to ULMX, the Universal Language Media Exchange. German for beginners from Ulm in Baden-Württemberg. Today it's really beautiful. We're up on top of Michaelsberg here in Ulm and the sun is shining. We are enjoying some great February weather right now. Today we're going to be talking about the German cases. And in the last video we talked about an overview, very tip of the iceberg, sort of just really broad brushstrokes explanation of what the cases are and what they do. In this video we're going to be talking about the four words for who in German: wer, wen, wem, and wes, and the three words in English: who, whom, and whose, and compare and contrast them a little bit. If you like this video, feel free to like it right now, and you can hit the like button and turn the like off again if you don't like it again by the end. If you don't like it anymore by the end. You could also hit subscribe because the intro is going to play. You got a second. Today we're up on top of Michaelsberg in Ulm, and there's a beautiful view out onto the Danube, the Donau River. Today we're talking about the cases. German has four cases. We talked about it in a previous video very generally, and we learned the cases or situations. In this video I want to talk about the four words for who, which is a really useful tool if you want to identify the cases, and that's actually how Germans identify the cases themselves. And you will need to know the words for who anyway. Just to draw a comparison between English and German, there are three words for who in English: who, whom, and whose. So to whom it may concern, use the word whom. But whenever you're talking about pretty much any other person at any time, you almost never use whom. But technically there are rules. If you learn those rules, they're not too dissimilar from German. And then whose. So there are three different words for who in English, and there are four different words for who in German. And if that was kind of confusing in the last video where it was described there are 5 or 4 different words for the in German, well, actually there are 4 cases, and then there are 5 words that are used sort of in a kind of musical chairs sort of scenario where they just keep kind of moving around. 5 words for the, but in this case 4 words for who, and there are already 3 in English. So here they are. Wer is Nominativ, wen ist Akkusativ, wem is Dativ, and wes is Genitiv. So wer, this is the one for the subject of the sentence. Who are you? Wer bist du? Who are you? Wer ist das? Who is that? So who are you looking for? Now it's the object of the sentence. Wen suchst du? Wen suchst du? Who are you looking for? Dativ. So mit wem gehst du? Who are you going with? Mit wem? With who? Actually, technically in English, don't mark my words on this, but I'm pretty sure it's technically supposed to be with whom. With whom. But yeah, we're not learning English right now in this video, so no, but it's really, it's something that's really out of date. Most people do not use that. Maybe some really proper people who are in like the Queen's inner circle in England, I don't know. But Genitiv, where it's technically a word like who, whose is different. It's possessive, and you don't actually see wes too much. Wes is the version of whose for genitive. The thing is with wes is you see it a lot in combinations of words like Weswegen, which means therefore or due to that. Weswegen, that's pretty much the most common time where you see wes. Wes. Because you could, technically you could ask Wessen Buch ist das? whose book is that? But no one says it. Wem gehört das Buch is how it's usually spoken, how it's usually used in normal everyday speech. So just to review, the 4 words for who are wer, Nominativ, wen, Akkusativ, wem, Dativ, and wes, Genitiv. These 4 words are used by Germans to test to see which case it is, because you just say, all right, who, but then is it who, whom, or whose? Or in this case, in German, is it wer, wen, or wem? Wem. Okay, so then I know it's Dativ. But Germans don't really care too much about what case it's in. It's really for learning German so that you can organize your thoughts a little bit better and categorize verbs, etc., so that you know what the relationship to the subject of the sentence is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be Akkusativ, or is it supposed to be Dativ? It's mostly between that's the big distinction that you want to make, because the subject of the sentence is easy to identify. It's the one that's doing something. So nominative is already easy, and then a possessive tense case, a possessive conjugation or formulation is also easy to identify. It comes down to distinguishing between wen and wem, and with time you just get a feel for it. And there are tables of verbs you can look at too to sort them out in your mind to know which belong to which. So that's really it today. Thanks for tuning in. This is ULMX, Universal Language Media Exchange from Ulm. ULMX is a language learning channel and app for learning to really improve your speech ability. The ULMX app, available for iOS, trains your speech like no other. Right now, our first version includes a program for learning or practicing your speech for German native speakers who want to really improve their muscle memory and speech ability. We're definitely going to make a German for beginners. That's the next thing on the list. We're looking forward to that as much as you guys are. Alright, until next time, hope you guys are enjoying the weather where you are. Ta-ta for now. See you later.